happy reveal day to all you out there in the land of crypto, especially those involved in Planet Xolo, the villagers, the voyagers, the JRNY CLUB members alike. Welcome to another episode of Macro Crypto. Basically, what this is turning into is giving you a weekly docu-series in the life of a legendary voyager, taking you on my journey on a weekly basis, giving you a perspective, both in the short term, but more importantly, the macro view, the long-term view on how this project's going to affect this space moving forward, even though our opinion never matters. It's dog shit, but we're going to give it to you anyways. If you do enjoy the content, like and subscribe and head over to that Twitter page at Macro Crypto Club. Like always, a link will be down in the description. So in regards to the content today, we're going to be wrapping up what has happened over the previous week, kind of recapping the drama that unfolded last week, while also understanding the positive moves that we have moving forward for this project and where we think it's headed, both for Planet Xolo as well as the JRNY CLUB itself. Why are we still so invested? And of course, giving you our reveal into our wallet for Planet Xolo. We ended up picking up 10 pods. We have 11 keys as well. Those keys are not minted, so just understand that that's staying in our wallet. We're not minting and we're not selling them, but we're going to give you a little bit of an update in that, as well as discussing how we view Planet Xolo specifically moving forward in the short term. Let's go ahead, everyone, dive into today's content. I got to quickly give a hat tip to both the team and Tony for taking on the adversity that has unfolded within the previous week. Yes, it is their fault. We discussed this in the previous video, but we're here to commend them in this video for basically taking ownership of the wrongdoings and walking the walk at the end of the day. They want to give more transparency to the community. Community's begging for it, and they're already doing that through AMAs, voice chats, and then as well as doing both marketing and being very transparent in a Twitter Spaces event today for the reveal. So all of those things being said, the apologies were made, and guess what? I'm moving forward with it. There's going to be so much adversity that hits big projects as time moves along, and this is going to be one of many for this team. So it's just how you deal with that adversity really shows your character, and I can not be happier with what I saw come from the team and Tony. So really, I know there's no way chance in hell you watch this video, any one of you on the team or Tony, but really hat tip to you, and thank you for listening to community. And we're here to help this project grow because, right, a lot of positive action. Also, I wanted to point out within the AMA, listening to it, a lot of individuals stepping up to the plate, giving a lot of positive affirmations over to Tony and the team. So that's always great to see as well, because anyone that's watching this video that's not a part of this community, it is ultimately a very positive environment. So you get to go kind of check that out for yourself when joining, whether that's Planet Xolo or the JRNY CLUB itself. So go ahead. If you have questions, throw it in the comments, but let's go ahead, dive into today's content even a little further, looking over at the JRNY CLUB official page on OpenSea, like we do on a weekly basis. Guess what? The floor price is just getting pummeled right now. A lot of time, probably based off some of the drama in the previous video, but not really understanding where the JRNY CLUB membership pass is headed. What's the mindset, what's the vision? And we're going to be going over, just our opinion on that, why we believe in the JRNY CLUB membership moving forward. Current price right now is at 1.719 ETH. This also could be in line to the current market, but a lot of big projects are actually pumping right now. So this kind of hurts seeing this, but true ownership is staying right around 6.6 thousand owners. And then also trade volume almost hitting 14,000 ETH. Numbers just going to keep climbing. So there's only 108 current passes out there that are available at this type of price. That floor can get eaten up rather quickly. So we'll see where that takes off. Before we dive in why we believe in the JRNY CLUB membership pass, we're also going to check on the Planet Xolo keys themselves. Current floor price at 0.349. This is going to be fluctuating. I only view this to be skyrocketing as the more reveals come out and the more opportunities one-of-ones didn't get minted that possibly are in these keys. So we'll see how that turns out. Also, Planet Xolo themselves, the villagers of Xolo, the floor price 0.164 currently. This is the best entry I could see across any project. If you have the funds and you want to dive in the long term to a project, but you don't have the funds for a membership pass, this is your best entry point. Go get yourself one and just let it ride. Hold it, get involved with the community. I'm just throwing my 2 cents out there. We're watching the ownership. I believe this is only going to climb over time. Last week, it started at 2.5, which I said it was disgusting, which it was, but we've climbed almost 2.1K since that point. So that's just more people, new individuals coming into Planet Xolo, whether they're the JRNY CLUB member already holders, or they're just plain new to the space. This is just real good positive action. Also, there's 890 items currently available. We'll kind of keep an eye on those items, see how many are up for sale and how much that floor gets eaten up over time. Also, let's go ahead, dive into real quickly why we think, or how, or the way that we think in regards to this project. So why we are such big believers. Also, sorry, before we start, I do got to give a little bit of a hat tip as well in the comment section for the great question that was brought to my attention in regards to from Brage Gunderson. If I butchered that, apologies. But asking in the long term, just from our perspective, why should you invest in a JRNY CLUB pass versus a Xolo villager? And here's our reason. So you got to think of JRNY CLUB as the parent company and all other projects as subsidiaries within that company. So basically, Planet Xolo is one subsidiary of JRNY CLUBs themselves, okay? So we believe that there's going to be future projects. Don't think of this in like that's going to come to fruition in 2022. Remember, we're here for a long time, not just the good times. But we think that they're going to have future projects, and Planet Xolo is just one of those. And we are rooting hard for Planet Xolo to be successful from launch, bringing out the games, because the more successful Planet Xolo is, that reflects back on the JRNY CLUB itself. So here's my viewpoint is both Planet Xolo, villagers, companions, the games that are involved, that's all the ecosystem for Planet Xolo. Future projects are going to have a different set. They're going to have different ecosystems, a new ecosystem, which also can bring new community members to that specific future project that maybe not find it so fancy for Planet Xolo, but there's a future project that might bring them on board and then get them involved with the JRNY CLUB, making JRNY CLUB more valuable. And then also, of course, that's going to bring potentially more partnerships that might not be involved currently with JRNY CLUB or Planet Xolo. So everything is reflected back to the parent company when you're talking about subsidiaries, and it's only going to create more value over time. So how I can best view this is like if you're talking about, since Planet Xolo is going to be more geared toward gaming, then think of like Activision and all the different games that are under that umbrella, or even EA Sports or any other gaming company and all the games that are underneath them, but how this is impacting that specific parent company. So Activision has so much value, not just because of Call of Duty, but because of every other game that's under that umbrella. So in light to that question, is the JRNY CLUB is going to be the key to all of this. They're the ones that are going to create more value because Planet Xolo's success and then every other future project as well. So that's just a little bit of insight into our way of thinking on why we think the JRNY CLUB itself is going to be one of the most successful projects within the spaces, because they're building more than just a game or just one single project. This is a parent company that could be massive in the long term because they're going to have multiple projects, but it does all start with Planet Xolo. So with the focus being on that, in the short term, we're rooting for the success of Planet Xolo, of course. Also, before we dive into anything else, the JRNY CLUB, the reason why we also think that there's not a lot of known utility within the short term for the JRNY CLUB, I don't think they want to show their cards. I really don't. This question was answered within the AMA recently, and I really view that, I felt that Tony was kind of stumbling over his words just because there's not a lot that they can give information-wise because they don't want to show their hands. They don't want other projects stealing any information. So when this project or the rebrand comes out, the utility comes out, we'll see if we're kind of predicting this correct or not, but we do think that there's going to be some massive news for long-term holders for the space, getting yourself a few POAPs within the JRNY Club itself. So we'll see how that works out, but that's just our way of thinking. Let's go ahead, check out the Stardust leaderboard. Also, the Stardust store itself has recently brought in some whitelist spots, so that's dope as hell. But checking out the leaderboard itself right now, AAA Triple B coming in at number 1 each and every week. Sir Castile, Raja, RBSM, and Ches rounding out the top 5. And as always, your boy down here at number 43, we broke the top 50, charging ahead. We're going to be in the top 40 next week. Hopefully, only one can hope, right? Also, in regards to the store itself, you can always go check out their community wallet, see what NFTs potentially can be purchased through this, and you can look for that yourself. Also, want to give a little hat tip to Flower83 and Voyager 2706 for retweeting our poll. We got 10 votes out there, and of course, everyone's getting those Christmas vibes, so we just kind of giving you a little bit of excitement into this reveal. It's going to be the best project within the space, in my opinion. Yes, I know that Bored Ape Yacht Club's out there, but, we have some positive energy, and, we think that this project has a lot of potential. So, that's just our true feelings on that. We're going to show you on Rarity Sniffer because OpenSea metadata is not revealing our pods currently. So check out our Voyager. This is our first reveal that we came across. I was hoping for a lower rank, to be honest with you, on my first one, but guess what? I love the art. I feel this, and here's a couple more. We're just going to dive into all our Voyagers. The one common theme you're going to start to see, though, is we got a couple copper swords here. Copper sword team all the way. The only one I haven't been able to reveal, obviously this one is dope. We got a massive bump in rarity with the background, the Thorn Cliffs, and that rarity rank is in the top 1,000. So who wouldn't be happy about that, right? And then, of course, more villagers within the space. This is that deer tail with, looks like the bear helmet. Yep, of course. And then these are some of starting to get into more of our favorite ones within the project itself. And this is actually my favorite when it comes to the villagers themselves. And I say villagers because we got a little something at the end here for you. But this Midnight Xeno armor, come on, can't be happier with that. We also got another ant helmet, but our pride and joy within this mint drop was rarity rank number 102. Yes, we got an ape. Let's go. I'm jacked. I'm sorry. I just gotta kind of let you know through the screen that I was excited for this when I got to see it. So I hope that you enjoyed this content today. We're going to be showing this off on our Twitter as well. If you got any comments or you want to throw anything our way, let us know what you think. I hope you enjoyed everything. As always, until next time, everyone, peace.